Also, we're getting social. Stick around as we show you how you can add a social media touch creatively to your wedding.
Ooh, just in time for you,
Yeah, I
Miss
know.
Molly.
Super excited for that. In today's world, social media has such a heavy influence on everyday life, and the owners of 11 Courses Catering, Jim and Melissa Benson, are here to talk more about how social media can uniquely be integrated into your next event. Welcome. Thanks for joining us
Thanks
this
for
morning.
having us. It's great to be here.
So I am someone that's going to get married next year, looking for a wedding hashtag. So let's talk about these hashtags that everyone is kind of just running with nowadays.
Right. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
First of all, so exciting. Yeah, it's really fun to come up with a custom hashtag. You can search it quickly to see if anyone else has it, so it can be uniquely your own. And then it's a great way really to integrate from the beginning when you get engaged all the way through your wedding, and people can then like upload pictures. You can see everything happening in real time from the the moment you say I do to the rest of the night, and even the planning process too.
Now, I do have a very important question, because for myself, a lot of my friends, we get the wedding hashtag, but for someone that might be older generation, grandma, how would you explain the wedding hashtag?
Right, well, that's a little bit tricky. I think just maybe doing like a quick how-to, or if you have signs posted around, it can give like a couple sentences as to what it is and how to utilize it.
Yeah, so maybe
and it builds information and excitement, and just those short phrases, it kind of captures a moment or captures a narrative, and I think that's a great way to kind of explain it to the grandmothers and the parents,
and a lot of our grandmothers are on Facebook, like they're definitely so the learning curve
starting to learn. They're starting to learn.
So speaking of Facebook, that's another way where you can kind of get the wedding hashtag nailed down, and also now kind of get all the wedding gear.
Yeah, it's a great way to use a little something old, and something new. And so, there's a lot of, couples that maybe get a little too much decor, a little too many things. They get overzealous purchasing everything, and they want to unload that after the wedding. And it's a great way to get some value, get some cool items that you just wouldn't necessarily see in the store, and keep the movement going and pass it on. So it's a great way to kind of build upon the visual and impact for the guests.
So you're talking about not only making the page for your specific wedding, but also going on there to kind of look for things you can purchase.
Exactly. Like yard sale style, so you can pick up little pieces, maybe not full center pieces, but possibly if it really fits your theme. But you can just get like little accent things that go on maybe your stationery app table or your guest book table that will cost a fraction of the price, and it will be from someone else's big day.
And I have to admit, I've actually been trolling around on these Facebook pages lately, and it's a great tool. I mean, something that might cost you 40, 50 bucks in store is maybe half the price, because someone just wants to unload it, get rid of it after the wedding.
Exactly, great value. And also you can stream the event. So, for those family members that just couldn't quite make it out there, in real time they can still be a part of the event. And for those that didn't quite make the guest list, they can look in envy and see what they could have experienced. And so you can have a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah, so the live streaming, now how would we go about doing the live streaming? What would you recommend?
Right, so you can simply do it just as you would on your own personal page, where you go to set up a video and you literally just, you click the live button on your Facebook page and it will start streaming, and then you can upload it later once it's done the live. Yeah, so it's very easy to do. You can also create like a closed Facebook group if you just want certain people to see that, and then you can add them and invite them in. And then you can even stream things like, when you're going dress shopping, not putting on your dress, but just kind of like you're there and what's going on and the excitement, and people can be a part of that too.
Now, two questions. So first, what is too much? Sometimes I wonder this myself. I don't want to be like overly talking about the wedding, overly posting about dress shopping. So what would you say is a good happy medium?
Well, I think the first thing is when you do it as a separate group, that lets people who just kind of want to be involved, or they could unfollow it and just check on it when they want to, and that way you can have it for yourself. Like you can go back and relive those moments, and not necessarily put it in everyone's like face. You're not constantly blowing up the feed and things like that. I think that, but then I think it just comes down to like your personal preference, how much you want to have on there, and like when certain moments that you might want to highlight, and others that you want to be just kept intimate and not out there for like the public to see.
I think that's a great tip. All right, second question is the wedding website. So So talk a little bit about these new wedding websites.
You know, the websites are really great because it really gives you an opportunity to share information, build up excitement with all your guests without, necessarily having to give away too much information, but giving them just enough to know how they can plan to make a weekend out of it, make it, let the party continue on. So, and it creates that conversation amongst the other guests, amongst each other, to really make the night as great as it can be.
And are some of these sites free? Can you go on and kind of make them?
Yeah, I think there's like several templates that are free, and then the ones that do cost, they're not very expensive to do. So that's good. And you can go to like several of the providers like GoDaddy and get a very inexpensive website for the year. And like Jim mentioned, it's a really great resource. We have a client who the couple is getting married in Annapolis, and they have all of their favorite restaurants listed and bars and things to do. So it's kind of creates like a little mini getaway, an overall weekend.
So it's about the wedding, but also your guests have a full opportunity to go out on their own, so they feel like they're kind of vacationing in a sense.
Exactly. Yep.
All right. Well, Jim, Melissa, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Let's Talk Live.
Thank you.